My name is Karen Stout, and we have property in the Fresno to Bakersfield section. I want to talk to you about the environmental impact report and statement today, and I want to let you know about the relationship between CEQA and NEPA. The environmental impact report, the EIR, is the regulations there are done by CEQA, which is the California Equalization Quality Act. And the second half of the EIS is the environmental impact statement, which is governed by the NEPA regulations, which is the National Environmental Policy Act. The federal regulations in the NEPA, the reason why this project needs federal regulations is because of the federal funding that is being used for this project. And it can be argued that a passenger can continue out of state making a connection in Palmdale or Los Angeles. The first draft of the EIR-EIS will be published. It behooves you to get any early reports from this humongous report and start reading. The only written comment period that is allowed is after draft and before the final EIR-EIS is published. I want to talk today about what you should expect. Both the authority and the FRA, the Federal Rail Administration, I will refer to as they. They will utilize consultants and document impacts and analysis. They will overwhelm you, the municipalities and the public, with data. Most data will be regurgitated information they have from previous documents. Most data will be incorrect and or incomplete. Finding important information will require reading endlessly, but doing so, one will get the true idea and nature of the impacts. One would need to read 285 pages per day in our section with no time to make written comments with the time period they first gave us. You need to ask for an extension for the review period. First, we were just given 30 days. We collected 300 signatures and presented them to an authority board meeting, and we were extended right there at the meeting. This is the biggest project in the country, let alone the state, and we were given the shortest review time possible. We highly recommend, once any part of this document is out, begin reading and pace yourself. If the summary is available first, it is a good place to start. At the beginning, you may want to divide sections up and meet in small groups and compare ideas. Maybe you should be reading in a different section. During the environmental review process, even if you are impacted, the authority will not contact you and they will not have any answers to your questions. This document is created by the authority and the FRA, the Federal Rail Administration. The plan will be reviewed by the same. This plan will be approved by the same. And when changed afterward to meet authorities' needs, it will be without further public input. Limited meaningful mitigations were made by authority from the draft, the original report in our section. However, they did issue a revised and supplemental version to the draft after major violations were brought to their attention. One is expected to sacrifice their property, home, livelihood, schools, churches, and communities on the off chance that the high-speed rail system will ever be completed between San Francisco and Los Angeles, Anaheim, due to the financial and technical difficulties crossing the Tehachapi mountain range. Engineers still do not know what to do with the change in elevation between Bakersfield and the high desert of Palmdale. How many people will need to be displaced or affected by their stranded and abandoned project?